Hi, my name's Carol and I'm from Bears of Bath, and welcome to the Bears of Bath video channel. Today we'll be talking about collecting bears, but we're going to have a bit of a change today. We're going to have a question and answer with Paul. So, hi Paul.
Hi Carol. I'm new to bear collecting and I've no idea where to start. What do you suggest?
Well, I suggest you find which sort of bears that you like, whether it's an antique type bear. It might be that you like a bear from your childhood, like a Paddington bear or a Winnie the Pooh bear.
So really you start with the bear you love.
Of course, you've got to start with a bear you love.
I've been thinking, I like the big bears, but will I soon run out of space?
Space is a very important factor when you're collecting bears, which a lot of collectors find out. You might start off with one or two at first, which don't take up much room at all. You start with a shelf or on your desk, but soon your collection starts growing if you're well into bears. And all of a sudden you need a big space, a big cabinet, and then all of a sudden the cabinet's full. Some people have whole rooms full of bears. So the most important thing I think you've got to decide at first is space, and then the size of the bear.
Obviously when you've got these bears, which are beautiful, beautiful bears, keeping them safe is obviously, and out of the hands of children with ice creams, obviously. What do you recommend is a good way of keeping them?
I think the best way of keeping the bear is out of direct sunlight. If you can, keep it in a glass cabinet so it's away from all the dust. Otherwise, fabric tends to get a bit dusty as well.
Yeah, I think we all know that everything fades in sunlight. I mean, it's just one of those things. So yes, I'm sure you're right. And I know from reading all the information on the website that you only use the best materials, the best there is, don't you?
Yes, that's right. All the materials I use are graded. They come from...
Well, I was just looking at this lovely rabbit. Is it a rabbit? Is it a rabbit that you've got there?
Yes, it's an Alice in
Right.
Wonderland rabbit.
Can you just show me a few things about this bear so that everybody will know that it's a genuine Bears of Bath?
It's a genuine Bears of Bath, usually long whiskers, but each bear has a little tag which says Bears of Bath, and usually it's got a year as well. This is 2020, which helps you date your bear. Also, each bear comes with a certificate which is signed, and it's got a number as well and a date of when it was actually created, so you get to know exactly when your bear was made. And it's also good provenance as well if you wanted to sell it on, or whichever you want to do.
Or pass it on to your
Or pass it on to
your
your
family. Yes,
yeah.
true. It's, I know with anything of collecting, because it's always a major investment. It's also nice to know exactly how the bear was made, I suppose, because is that on the certificate?
Yes, it's got the fabrics. It's on here. It's got faux fur, glass eyes, fully cottopin jointed, dense polyester filling, cashmere, acrylic paint, and care as specialist cleaning required.
So from the collectors that obviously you're highly collected, what from your customers have you found are the most popular sizes and styles of bears?
It depends what you're into, really. Some people like collecting dragons, some people like collecting rabbits, some people love tigers. Size-wise, the most popular size I've found is about the mouse bear size, which is about 5 to 6 inches tall. It means you can get quite a lot of them in a small space. Obviously, when you get to a larger size, it takes a lot more space.
I've also noticed from your website and your Facebook pages that you've built quite a community of people. So when you buy your bears, you're not alone, are you? You all seem to share pictures and things.
Oh yes, yes. What I love to receive are photos from all around the world of collectors and their collections. I tend to get lots of photos of lots of different Bears of Bath in different situations. Some collectors have got 20, 30 mouse bears perhaps.
Right. What's the strangest photo you've seen from the weirdest place?
Oh, we've had the Go Anywhere bears tend to get a lot of photos. the whole point of those is that you can go wherever you want in the world and take a photo to go anywhere bear. I think we've had some from all over the world, really.
It's a fascinating thing. It's more a community than it is just buying, which with other types of collecting you buy a watch or a piece of china and then you just look at it. But this is, it's almost like a family.
Oh, definitely. This is the Bears of Bath family. As I say, it's all over the world.
Well, I've noticed when you do the shows, there's always a crowd of people around your stand talking to you about the bears that they've bought and the bears they've just really got to have.
That's right. As I say, it's lovely when they make a beeline for the bears, or they come with photos and they show you where they've been. It's always great to see.
So I noticed this red bear behind you. Can you tell me a bit about that one? Would that be a good collector's beginning bear, or is it just down to whether you like it or not?
I think it's a lot to whether you fall in love with a bear. Depends on the face and if it calls to you. I think it's very important that you get a rapport with your bear.
I've noticed also that the name Bears of Bath is known in the teddy bear world now. So when you say you've got a Bears of Bath bear, people know about them. So that's a good thing for collecting, isn't it?
Well, definitely. It's good to have your name up there. And I think people understand then, and they know what type of bear it is as well.
So that's been very useful, Carol. I mean, as a collector, as a new collector, I would be looking for those things, I think. Am I buying something that will be something I can be proud of, and also other people I can share with, and also in the long term will be a valuable heirloom to pass on?
Definitely. And I think you just get so much pleasure out of your bears, and it's something you can come into the room and you can look at them and hug them. As people call them, it's their hug, which I think is a good description of the bears and collecting them.
And I laughed when I saw on the website when you said, come and meet my bears in the fur.
Definitely, there's lots of nice sayings in the bear world, but I think bears in the fur and their hug is one of the nicest ones.
It would appeal as much as well, because to post these, you know, we have to post things around the world, and I would think bears are quite tough.
They do seem quite tough. They've got to be packaged well. They usually come in a nice box, and they're well bubble wrapped as well, and they've got their plastic on them, so they're nice and tight and waterproof, and they come in a nice postal bag too, so they do travel well, luckily.
Well, thank you, Carol. That's been a great introduction. I'm sure there's lots more questions that people would like to ask, and I'm sure they'll put it in the questions below. And thank you very much for that introduction. It's always difficult knowing where to start.
Well, it is, but I hope this gives you a little insight on how to collect bears. And thank you all so much for watching. And please, if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. And if you want to leave any questions, just type them in below and I'll try and get back to them as soon as I can. So take care everyone, and thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.